Hello everyone and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hi everybody.
We are back with part 6 of our Legend of Zelda Let's Play.
That we are.
It looks like we are making quite a lot of progress here.
That we are. And if I do make a lot of money, I have to buy more bombs.
And this version is even more capitalistic than the later games.
Oh yeah.
You're like, yay, I'm rich. Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind. That's how I feel whenever I get a paycheck and then I have to turn around and spend it.
I know that feeling.
I mean, at least the times I have spent it.
Yep.
That and not really wanting to pay attention to all the stuff that gets taken out first.
The taxes?
Yeah. I know sometimes you can get some of it back, but anyway, it's the one of the things you can't escape in life.
Yes, it's certain. Death or taxes.
Did you just try to kill that fairy?
Oh, crud, I hope not.
Oh man. Now you might hear crinkling because I'm gonna have my snack in a little bit.
This is true. And yeah, I also need to get a potion.
I have to give the 80s Zelda cartoon some credit because that whole like zappy thing with the sword,
yeah.
they got that accurate.
They did.
Yeah. So yeah, I know it's a very ugly interpretation of Link, both appearance and personality-wise.
Yes. I always wondered more of the story about Sprite, to be honest.
Yeah, they didn't go into it too much.
Because she was cartoon exclusive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know about in the second game, but you don't have a fairy companion in the first game.
No.
So I'm kind of wondering where they got that idea.
From Ocarina of Time.
How could it, though? It was an 80s cartoon.
Correct.
It was made way before.
Yeah,
Ocarina
it
of
is
Time.
curious how they got that idea way back then, yeah.
Yeah. Because yes, you have fairies that heal you, but they don't follow you around.
No, they're not your friends, they're companions who nurse you back to health.
Yeah. Let me see, what year did that come out? I thought it was the 80s.
The cartoon show with, excuse me, Princess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 1989.
So that was like right before even A Link to the Past came out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they only had 2 Zelda games. So considering that, they did pretty good.
Yeah.
Have to give credit where credit's due. I mean, us looking at it from a modern lens, we're like, oh, it's horrible, it's so off. And it's like, yeah, certainly with all the knowledge we have now.
I feel like it was trying to do its own thing and they were doing it one day a week.
Yeah, and it obviously makes sense they weren't going to make it look like the promotional art because that was very Japanese looking.
Right.
At least at the time, it's not really our modern idea of anime. Which, by the way, it always makes me laugh when people say they don't like Ocarina of Time's artwork because it's too anime. Because I'm like, well, you know, I could point out a bunch of 80s anime that maybe not necessarily that made it over here, but was like on TV at the time that the Zelda artwork looks like.
Yeah.
The first 2 games look like. So I'm kind of like, it kind of always was going off of that kind of art style.
It was always anime.
Yeah, it just wasn't always, I guess, our Americanized concept of anime.
It just wasn't 90s Sailor Moon or 90s Dragon Ball Z, and even their Ocarina of Time isn't Sailor Moon or Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, to me, anime is much more stylized than the look, or not, I wouldn't say more stylized, sorry, but like a different kind of, like very art style, like very specific to anime art style, whereas The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, I feel like, was an art style that was almost like a toned down version of anime.
Yeah, it was a different art style.
Yeah, I don't feel like it was nearly... I mean, arguably, it might have even looked less anime than A Link to the Past.
Yeah, A Link to the Past looked very anime.
Yeah, so I mean, because A Link to the Past, they had bigger eyes.
Yeah, and Link's Awakening, my kind of anime style, which is...
The good old days anime style, yeah.
Yeah, with the big eyes, the cute proportions, and partially realistic because they were going for something that didn't look like Astro Boy or...
Right.
What's another example of it?
Yeah, and to me it's just very problematic because it's a very narrow view of what a quote-unquote anime style is.
Correct.
Because there are so many different styles. So arguably, you could say every single Legend of Zelda game has an anime style.
Mm-hmm.
They're just all different types. I mean, even Wind Waker, I'm sure I could find Japanese cartoons, Japanese anime that looks like that.
Oh yeah. There is anime that look like Wind Waker.
Which, by the way, I'm sure most people are probably aware of this because of the internet, but Parappa the Rapper was an anime.
Yeah, it was.
They made an anime, so just to give you an idea of, stuff that looks like that can be an anime. I mean, in fact, in Japan, they kind of use that to refer to all types of cartoons. Like, over here we call our stuff cartoons and we call stuff from Japan anime. Mm-hmm. In Japan, they call it all anime. They will call Disney anime.
Yes.
Yeah, so, I mean...
They'll even call Rugrats anime, so much so that a classmate got pissed that I said such a thing.
Yeah, because to us it's... And I mean, I'm guilty of this too. I don't like using it that loosely. I don't like to refer to our stuff as anime. I do. So, I'm not excluding me from this. I'm not saying I do it the way Japan does it. I don't. My point is just, I think people who made those critiques have a very narrow field of what they consider anime style.
Right. We're specifically talking about a certain someone from a certain convention.
A certain someone who ran a certain panel at a certain convention where, like, it reminds me of why, even though I really want to connect with fellow Legend of Zelda fans, I don't. Because of people like him. Because almost like every single opinion he stated, I took issue with. It was just one of those things. I forget what other problematic stuff, in my opinion, problematic stuff he said, but I don't even think we stayed the whole way through.
No, I think we kind of left when they... Actually, I don't even remember if he finished his whole point because he was so distracted and...
Yeah.
Got distracted, like, ooh, pretty.
Well, I think what happened is he was distracted by the audience because there were some people that were like, alright, I'm gonna fight you now. And he's like, no, shut up, this is my panel type of thing. So, and I'm like, you know what, this is not what I came here for.
So unprofessional.
Yeah. That's the only thing with fan panels. They can be the absolute best thing ever.
That was scary.
Or they could be absolute crap. They could just be a guy that, you know, likes to listen to himself talk in a room full of people. So, I know I sound harsh, but we've been to many conventions.
Plenty of conventions.
And it's just... And it's fine, you know. I think a lot of issues could have been resolved if people just made accurate descriptions.
Frankly, just one that would help was no talk and just let the guy talk and do his thing.
That too.
Not interrupt like it's Blue's Clues or something.
Yeah, but I think with other panels there were issues where, like, I feel like if they had said in the description, for example, this is a discussion panel. Oh no!
Wow, things have gotten green.
Then I'd be like, okay, but you know, that one LGBT panel we went to, the description made it sound like they were going to teach us stuff. You know, about terms and, you know...
Yeah, and...
LGBT and
briefly,
anime.
but then it became a gush fest of gush, 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 Marvel, gush, 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 DC, gush, gush, gush.
Yeah, it was more a discussion panel, and that's fine, but please label it a discussion. Because I'm like...
good, we're back in color.
You know, I was thinking we would... And I also thought we would see, like, clips and stuff. Because I kind of have only a very small amount of anime I know about that has LGBT stuff in it that's, you know, good representation. And I was hoping to learn more about it, not... Yeah... Not, you know, just hear people mention it.
Yeah.
And talk about stuff I had no idea about. But anyway, yeah. Back to the Zelda panel thing. I learned very quickly. And it seems like I'm like this in a lot of my fandoms, and that's kind of why I tend to end up isolating myself from them. I don't mean to, but I get worried. Is because I seem to be like this haver of unpopular opinions. And I don't do it on purpose.
Oh, God.
It just ends up that way sometimes, you know?
True.
I feel like I'm far away from the mic. There, that's a little better, I think. Is that too far from you now?
I don't think that's too far from me.
Okay. I just felt like it was at an angle where I'm like, am I really being heard?
I understand your concerns, Dookie.
But yeah, so... I mean, even, like, with the things that I really love that I'm less picky about, I still feel like I end up being in the unpopular opinion camp. Like with Eiffel 65. I love all of their stuff, and I have trouble meeting people that share that. But sometimes I just think I'm in the wrong country, you know?
Started in the wrong district.
Maybe the wrong decade, too, sometimes. But I don't feel like I would do better in the past, but I have no idea what decade I would do better in.
Well, I couldn't tell you.
Nope. I'm having my snack, so I'm a little quiet at the moment.
Okay.
Sorry for the crinkling.
I don't think that's too strong, but I wouldn't know. Wow, that's a lot of arrows.
It would be hilarious if it didn't show up at all. And they're like, sorry about the crinkling, and your guys are all like, what is he talking about? Is this code for something?
I wouldn't know. I hope it's not code for something.
No, I was saying if I was saying if they don't actually hear the crinkling.
Right.
That's what.
But I heard you, and I wasn't sure if it is. Accidentally. I'm losing my...
No, it's fine. I was trying to be funny, and it just failed, so...
Ah!
Oh well.
Oh, crud. I got killed.
Yes.
Ah, my. If only I knew where... 'cause I might have enough health for the magical sword, but I don't know where that is exactly yet.
So yeah, guys, let me know in the comments, do you, Now, I kept researching this because people around me kept being like, oh, that doesn't sound right, but please, let me know in the comments so I don't feel like I'm losing my mind. But do you guys remember the System of a Down Legend of Zelda song that they did? Please let me know in the comments. Because I played it for a friend of mine who's familiar with the group, and she's like, no, this doesn't sound like them. No, it's not them. And I looked, like, all across the internet, and I could not find proof of it being anybody else but System of a Down. So, it's like a Legend of Zelda song to the music, but with, like, parody lyrics.
Link has come to town.
Come to save the Princess Zelda. Yeah. If it is somebody else and you know, also let me know in the comments, because this has been like, God, I think probably been like 12 years or longer. Like, no, not 12 years. Yes, probably 12 years. Or longer. Where like I found out about this song, and I had people being like, no, it's not by that artist.
Yeah, we're
You're
not going
stupid.
to play that.
Yeah. And it's like, why would I make that up?
No, you're not making it up.
I'm like, yeah, you know what? Sometimes bands make a song that doesn't sound like their usual stuff. It's not that shocking.
You did play the song to said friend, right?
Yeah, and she's like, no, this doesn't sound like them. It's not them. They do heavy metal music, it's not them. And I'm like, yeah, but I assume this is a funny song.
Yeah. Not everything from the heavy metal crowd is dark and depressing or violent.
Yeah. And yeah, it clearly was not a heavy metal parody song. But it still sounded like a rock song to me, so I'm like, what's the big deal? She almost seemed mad at me, like, how dare you accuse this band of doing that song? As if it were a bad song. I thought it was funny. And I considered myself a pretty serious Legend of Zelda fan, so if I thought it was funny... Oh well. I guess maybe I'll check Spotify and see if like they actually put it on an album, and if said album is on Spotify, so I could be like, it is on this album from this year, and then people could leave me alone, because I think it was her and a few other people that were like,
more likely you need to respect your input and show where...
Yes, and yes.
Show where you are right and where you are wrong. And I think that people have trouble having that level of respect as they're encouraged to be rather rude.
I think a lot of people have the tendency where, like, if it doesn't sound right to them, they'll automatically be like, no, that's wrong.
Yeah, I wonder who encouraged them to behave that way.
I don't know. And yeah, sometimes I hear things where I'm like, that doesn't sound right. But if it's coming from someone I trust, I will give them the benefit of the doubt and say, you know what? I know you wouldn't be telling me something false, so I trust you. And yeah, if I find out something that I've learned is wrong, I'll admit to it.
Right.
Like, if I happen to find that somebody else did that song, I would be like, yeah, you're right, it wasn't them. But the problem is, everywhere I looked, it said it was System of a Down. If I'm even saying their name right.
And I think you are.
Yeah.
It's not System of a Down.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I've heard their music. I know it's not their usual stuff. I stumbled upon it completely by accident. And yes, I know that the internet can lie. I'm not stupid, but when 6 sources are telling me it's that band, I'm like, are 6 different sources lying to me, you know? So anyway, let me know in the comments if you happen to either know better or go like, oh yeah, you're right, I have that album, it's on this album, blah blah blah. Or it's not on the album, it's just a random song they did and that's why you can't find it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm hopeful they tell you.
Yeah, either that you guys tell me or, you know, I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Again. Maybe because sometimes the internet gets a little more organized, but...
Yeah.
But believe me, talking about, like, inaccuracies on the internet in terms of music...
Yeah.
Some people... And this drove me nuts. So, another Eiffel 65 thing, because, you know, they're special to me. So, like, they did a lot of remixes, right, for other 90s bands. Some people apparently decided excuse me, that them making the remix meant they did the song. So I cannot tell you how many people I had insisting that they did songs like Discovery Channel,
Anthony.
Yeah, what's another one?
That was too close.
Some kind of song that was actually by the Bloodhound Gang.
I'm just perplexed that I thought that Eiffel 65 did Discovery Channel.
I know, just because they happened to do a remix. I think what actually happened, and I don't know who, but somebody was insistent that, yes, they did it because the radio station told me that they did it. So some radio station somewhere played the Eiffel 65 remix of Discovery Channel and erroneously said Discovery Channel by Eiffel 65.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people believed them because they haven't heard anything more than Blue, so they were like, oh, I don't know, I guess they could do this song too, which didn't really help. And I had to say to multiple people, no, they did not do this song. They just remixed it.
Yeah.
And if you listen to more than one of their songs, you would know that it's not that.
Yeah, I think that was the Bad Touch. Is the name of the group?
I think that was the name of the song that the Bloodhound Gang did. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. The Bad Touch by the Bloodhound Gang.
Yes.
Yep, that's another one that they were all like, they did it. I think, unless that's the group that did Discovery Channel. They're not groups I listen to. They're not songs I listen to, so I didn't really care. And I wasn't somebody who had to listen to all of the songs Eiffel 65 remixed either. There were a few remixes that they did for like other Bliss Corporation groups, which was their, at the time, record label. And I liked them, but in terms of the American stuff they remixed, no.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't care. I don't know, maybe those people were just trolling me because they saw how much it aggravated me. I don't know.
Yeah. Probably.
Trolling before trolling was a thing.
Oh yeah. I know, it's long into the episode.
I think we're near the end of the temple though, so...
Right.
We can go over a few minutes if we need to.
Yep.
I was just looking because I get so worked up talking that I lose track of time.
Oh yeah. I understand. I've been passionate before as well.
Sort of like... Because, you know, sometimes we would hang out and we would just talk for like 5 or 6 hours and then we'd
Oh
be like,
yeah.
oh wow, I guess we should have dinner now.
Yeah. That's been a few visits with you as well.
Mm-hmm. And it's great because we're both talking. I mean, as far as I know, I don't think I'm dominating the conversation.
I don't think so.
That's cool. I know I tend to talk and talk and talk and talk. That's why part of me's like, yeah, I think I'd be a good, voice actor because I talk all the time anyway. I might be a good podcaster because I talk all the time anyway.
Yeah, I think.
Next. The thing is, though, am I going to talk about things that the general Well, I guess it doesn't have to be the general public. I guess with podcasting, you are looking for niche stuff anyway, maybe.
Pretty much. Pretty much. On a colorful array of topics.
Yeah.
There are secrets where fairies don't live. Interesting.
Alright. We are at 30 minutes, but I think we're close. Are we close?
I think we are. Well, we almost were there earlier, but I got killed.
I know you died
last time. But I did get the wand. The magical wand.
That's good.
Yep. Which is crucial, especially once we get to the 7th dungeon.
Are we still on the 5th or are we
6th.
on the 6th? Okay.
This is the 6th.
So it hit me that there are actually 9 dungeons in Ocarina of Time as well if you include Ganon's castle.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh. I think, anyway. Yeah.
This is not a good spot to be in, because I'm almost gonna die.
Well, I guess if you get game over...
Which is just now.
Well, we'll end here for now, and we'll make another attempt at the 6th temple next time.
That we will.
Everyone.
Bye, everyone.